President Obama is on his way to Vietnam tonight. He's only the third sitting U.S. president to visit the communist nation since the end of the Vietnam War. The visit is aimed at strengthening economic and security ties with Vietnam, an increasingly important player in Southeast Asia. So on Tuesday, the president will visit Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon, which fell to the North Vietnamese 41 years ago. David Martin now with a remarkable story from that dark chapter in U.S. military history.
If you had to boil down the entire Vietnam War to one moment in time, it would be 5:20 in the morning of April 30th, 1975.
It was a microcosm of the whole war, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we promised the Vietnamese for years and years, don't worry, we're with you all the way.
Army Captain Stu Herrington had been herding panicked South Vietnamese aboard the last helicopters out of the American embassy in Saigon. And he had promised them over and over.
As long as I'm here, you don't need to worry.
But then orders came straight from President Ford.
We've got to go. It's a presidential order, and the ambassador's already gone, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Before he snuck away to a helicopter, Herrington uttered these less than immortal words to the waiting Vietnamese.
Xin lỗi mà mat dai wadi. Excuse me, but I got to take a leak.
I never see him again.
Bin Pho was one of some 400 left behind. The communists sent him to an education camp.
What was education camp like?
Prison.
Prison.
It's a nice, fancy word for prison.
Bin made it to the U.S. in 1979, married, got a job, and discovered a talent for woodworking. Herrington continued on with his Army career.
There wasn't an April that went by for the better part of 37 years that I didn't think about that. What would I say to one of these people if I ever met them?
Then he got a phone call.
I said, Stu, this is Bin Pho. I don't think you know me, but I was one of the ones that got left behind.
And I felt like I at least needed to explain and apologize, but he wasn't really wanting explanations or apologies as much as to call me up and to say, I'm okay, I did fine, and don't worry about it.
It's now been 41 years since Herrington ended the Vietnam War with his cheap little lie to Bin Pho. But seeing them walk together past the Vietnam Memorial tells you the only way to really end a war is through forgiveness. David Martin, CBS News, Washington.